Hello, and welcome to Sex and the State. I'm your host, Kathy Reisenwitz, and today's post is TV Tuesdays 23, Succession Season 4, 5 Reasons This Season Kinda Sucks. Welcome to the 23rd TV Tuesday. Perry Mason has picked up a lot. I'll be writing about that later, don't you worry. In addition, I'm watching Season 4 of Succession. I also started Love and Death, which seems to be HBO's version of Hulu's Candy. Maybe it's the bumpkin in me, but I liked Candy way more. Then again, it's not really fair to compare the two since I already knew the story going in. Hell, even the title Candy is so much more interesting than Love and Death, which makes it sound like a particularly trite true crime series. I also found Jessica Biel in Candy way more compelling than Elizabeth Olsen in Love and Death. Biel's Candy is the kind of girl who's extravagantly likable, yet who I hate, but I can't decide if it's more that she's a bit of a psychopath or because I'm jealous. Olsen is similarly gorgeous, but plays a more bored, pampered housewife in search of adventure. Neither are particularly relatable, but the former is far more interesting. Also, Hulu's sets and costumes do a much better job of representing the aesthetic crimes against nature regularly committed in the 1980s. Anyway, back to Succession. If I'm going to watch it, if for no other reason than one, I've come this far, and two, people in my social milieu watch it, and it's nice to be able to discuss it with them. Here are my main gripes with season 4. 1. Where is the sex? I'm not saying it was ever a particularly sexy show. It never led with legs, shall we say. We probably shouldn't, but here we are. But it had its moments. Shiv and the guy working for the campaign in the car. Hell, at least the Jerry Roman situation had a titillating taboo. Season 4 is dry as hell, and I, for one, am not particularly here for it. 2. The business stuff is boring and hard to follow. Is it hard to follow because it's boring, or is it boring because I have no idea what the fuck is going on? Hard to say, but it's probably a vicious cycle. No one watches Succession for realistic M&A. In fact, very few people watch anything for realistic M&A, with the notable exception of an ex of mine. There's no excuse for it taking up this much screen time. 3. Perhaps because we're wasting so much screen time on boring, confusing M&A, there's not enough time for jokes, and the few they get in are only so-so. 4. There's not enough Jerry. 5. There's very little Logan. I get that the show is called Succession and we're in the final season. Logan had to go at some point, and that's where we are. But it still sucks. Brian Cox absolutely ate. Without him, I'm hungry.